Alright, so here I have a fairly standard MIDI keyboard controller. As you can see, you've got the keys and stop-start buttons here, a few dials, buttons, and the regular modulation and pitch wheels. And this is a very straightforward, good quality, but not too cheap MIDI keyboard. It's connected up by USB, and you don't need any software most of the time anyway. It's just plug and play. And your DAW, so Ableton, should be able to recognize it straight away. If it doesn't, if we go into Preferences, Command and Comma, and then we go to the MIDI section, and your control surface, so your controller should be listed in here. There's quite a long list. It's pretty up to date. If it's not, and it's just got standard MIDI, then it should still work anyway. Okay, let's have a look at how we can map something from the keyboard to control something on screen. This is really handy if you're in a live situation, or if you want to add a little bit of extra performance into your arrangement. So what I'd like to do is I'd like to change the sound of the bass as it plays along here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sweep the frequency of this low cut filter here, and I'm going to map it to this dial here. So in order to do that, what we do is we hover over the frequency of, make sure number 1 is highlighted, hover over the frequency, click it, and then Command and M to enter the MIDI mapping mode. And then if we just move the dial, you can see it's now in control here. And you can see there's a minimum and a maximum, and we can change that amount. Suppose I didn't want to adjust the whole sweep and I just wanted a very small gap to move between. This can be adjusted so that we have less range to dial between, but I want the full amount for now, so I'm just going to reset all of those. Okay, so now we come out of MIDI mapping mode, escape or Command M again, and now as I turn the dial, you can see sweeping up and down. Okay. Have a look here. This red line is called an automation lane, okay? And what we control that's highlighted here will be reflected with this line. And we can record these changes live. With this button highlighted, this is the Enable Automation Record, which means that what I adjust whilst recording is going to be recorded actually into the arrangement. So let's give that a go. And our loop section will keep being overdubbed by what I play until I'm happy. And then I'll stop the recording. Okay, I liked that last one. So now you can see there's lots of activity being recorded into the automation here. And as we play it back, it's recorded that automation in, and we can adjust it. With the arrow key, you can make minor changes, but there's lots of envelope breakpoints, they're called, being recorded here. So if we want to make more drastic changes, press the B key, turns it into a pencil. You can see all those envelope breakpoints have gone, and we now have a freer reign of movement. But the thing is, it looks a bit blocky. That's because everything is snapping to our grid. So if we want more detailed control, if we hold down the Option key whilst drawing, you can see I can make much finer adjustments. There we go. So you can see the possibilities here for getting that human play feel in to your arrangement and make something really original.